Hey, it's Chris Welch of The Verge. We're taking a look at two new Moto phones from Lenovo, the Moto G5 and the Moto G5 Plus. Now, over the past couple of years, the G series has been Moto's best seller around the world. And in 2017, they're back with two really impressive mid-range phones. They've got metal designs and promise all-day battery life. Now, they look much less like the Moto phones we've seen in years past, and more like the recent Moto Z. And that's not a bad thing. They've also got a large fingerprint sensor which you can swipe on instead of using Android's on-screen controls. Pretty useful. The G5 is the smaller of the two. It's got a 5-inch 1080p screen, runs Android 7 Nougat, and inside is a Snapdragon 430 processor. That's by no means a flagship level phone, but Moto says it's great for the things you do and the apps you use every day. It's got a 2800 mAh battery inside, so when you pair that with the low-power chipset inside, Moto says the G5 should get you all-day battery life. Other specs include a 13-megapixel f2 camera and 32 gigs of storage with micro SD support, and it'll have 2 or 3 gigs of RAM depending on where you buy it. Now, the G5 Plus is the more exciting of the two for me. It's got a bigger but not too big 5.2-inch 1080p display, plus a larger 3000 mAh battery. And the chip inside is Qualcomm's Snapdragon 625 processor, which we loved in the Moto Z Play for its balance of great performance and long battery life. This camera is 12 megapixels at f1.7, and both phones have 5 megapixel front cameras. This one shoots 4K, and the regular G5 just does 1080p. The Moto G5 Plus comes with either 32 or 64 gigs of built-in storage, again, with micro SD support, and 2 or 4 gigs of RAM. Now, the one downside to both phones, in the US anyway, is that neither one has NFC for Android Pay, so you can't do mobile payments. If you buy the G5 Plus outside the US, you can. But even so, all in all, these two phones strike me as very nice mid-range Android options with metal designs, the latest Android software, and Moto's great customizations. Both come in gray or gold, and they'll be on sale in March, starting at around $199 for the G5 or $229 for the G5 Plus. It's hard to beat a metal phone for that kind of price.